Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Segregatedfacialhair and I suck at games. Today we are taking a 30-minute look at 60 Seconds. Specifically 60 Seconds Reatomized. This is an update, a reimagining, I think, of the original 60 Seconds game, which I really enjoyed. It was a really fun time. Great game. So I'm really excited to spend a little bit of time looking at this reatomized version. Usually when I do these look-ats, I try to do games I've never played before. However, I think there's enough there's enough changes that I can get away with playing this, so we're gonna check it out. And we're gonna start with a new game. This menu is all different, which is fun. I think we're just gonna go straight to survival. I remember being super awful at this game. I know I always make the joke that I'm really bad at games in general, but I am insanely bad at 60 seconds. And it doesn't help that I play games on a very shitty computer, and it is incapable of running 60 seconds smoothly at all, so we'll see how this goes. I barely remember the controls. I'm really worried. And I don't know what's changed, so that makes me nervous as well. I don't know how much is the oh. I forgot to pick the option that lets you pick your supplies, but that's okay. I don't mind starting with randomized supplies. That's fine. So we've got the gas mask, which is great. We have a lot of good stuff, actually. Jeez, I need to start this way more often. Bug spray, which is good. We have checkers, cards, and 4 cans of soup. Oh, we don't have any of the kids, though. That's why we have so much supplies. Alright, so the bunker looks all the same. This journal, I think, looks different. Maybe not super different, but I think it's a little different, yeah. We're not gonna feed anyone today. Alright, so here is our little log, and this is our first day. Just the 2 of us. There wasn't enough time to get the kids. But surely this is just a drill and they're okay, right? Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. This is a really well stocked shelter. Alright, as I said, not going to feed or give anyone water today. How about that lake we've been going to for the past few years? It would be good to find ourselves there, far away from all this madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into Adamville. Alright, so that was our first simple day. He's already looking a little scruffy. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted is fine. I'm probably not going to feed him yet. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. We should send someone, and we have a gas mask. So, we should start preparing for one. It's hard to keep track of our time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. These terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something we can do about this. And we're missing a first aid kit? I don't know why we would want that. Alright, and there is the end of day 3. Alright, we'll feed Ted finally. Ted's not doing great. He's already gone crazy? Dude, you only haven't eaten for 2 days. You're fine. Oh, that's what the first aid kit was for. That one of them must be sick. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we try to get at least an hour or 2 of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we'll need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. Okay. So, we will give both of them each of these things. Oh, and we can no longer take Dolores, of course. Great. didn't realize these people got hungry and thirsty so fast. Yeah, Ted's still crazy. Great. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. She's no longer thirsty. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. So the good news about me accidentally forgetting which game mode I wanted to play to scavenge for items will probably not last very long with how Ted's looking. Don't want to feed or water either of them. And neither of them can go on an expedition. Great. We've been hearing strange noises lately. Is it coming from the outside, or is it something that came into the shelter with us? Could it be? We found nothing. We feel like we might be going crazy. We should probably get busy with something to keep us occupied before this gets worse. Yeah, that's probably a great idea. You guys should play some cards. Day 5. Ted is certifiably insane. Lovely. Having fun made us forget about... what was it again? Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Ted's mental health worries us all, but he's rested, so that's good. Alright, we'll give him some food and water. God, I'm struggling to click these. Is that better, guys? I don't want to send Ted out. Not with our gas mask. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is send Ted out, but I'm just not going to send him with any supplies, and we'll see if he makes it back, because he's already insane, and I don't think he can recover from his insanity. So we might as well try to make some use out of him. Alright, play a game, they said. It will be fun, they said. They never mentioned picking one would be so much trouble. Let's see how Ted does tomorrow. On his expedition. He looks very competent. We played I Spy, and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. The letter W? Wait, I Spy. Where are they saying? Okay, I'm not gonna question it. Ted isn't acting normal. Sometimes his behavior is pretty disturbing. We could technically send Dolores out, but I'd rather not. We're just gonna send Ted, and we're not gonna send him with anything. I have no idea if he'll make it back. I don't have a lot of hope. Dolores is okay. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. And Dolores is alright. We'll give her some supplies. If there's one sure way to get our attention, it's definitely banging on our shelter door. Whatever it is, they're quite persistent. They've been at it for 5 minutes. Should we open? Sure, it's probably raiders. Let's be honest. This is probably game over. We'll see. Oh, it's not game over. That's good. But it's also not Ted. Someone started shooting at us. We closed the hatch as quickly as we could, but Dolores was hurt. Sorry, Dolores. I don't have much for you. It's high time we stopped wondering about what's going on and started asking questions, or at least listened to some reasonable answers. So how about tuning into a radio station, learning a thing or two about the brave new world? That sounds great. Although it might break our radio. Not the sound I was expecting. Okay. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fog outside has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Isn't there anything we can do about Dolores' injuries? There is not. And Ted hasn't come back yet. I'm not very hopeful. Ring ring, there we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again, when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figure it's the phone booth across the street. We will send Dolores out there to go look. I'm too curious. She might die. She definitely might die, but I don't know what that achievement means. Okay, she's not dead. That's good. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a neighboring town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Alright. Well, sorry, Dolores. I don't think Ted's coming back. When someone knocked on the door, we were suspicious and cautious. But after a few minutes of talking, it turned out to just be a group of old ladies who were at a tea party not far from here when the bombs dropped. We thought it would only be good manners to talk to them face to face. When we opened the door, the old bats attacked us with their umbrellas, canes, and something that looked like a spiked table leg. We need to fight back. Let's use the only weapon we've got. This could be the end of Dolores. Who knows? Nope. Good job, Dolores. You're a fighter. Oh, Ted's dead. Damn it. What's this? Oh, okay. I don't think that used to exist. Bug killing spray may primarily be used for killing insects, but it seems to work equally well as a bandit repellent. As long as you aim for their eyes, the reaction is quite instant. We're safe for now, but for how much longer? And is the spray going to be enough to drive those lowlives away next time? And we lost Ted. Oh no. Isn't there anything we can do about Dolores' injuries? There is not. Dolores is going to eventually just die, I think. The trash can is becoming full of empty soup cans, and that unmentionable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strangely glowing, suspiciously big insect wildlife. Roaches weren't that big before the war, were they? Let's try to smash them. I don't think the scout book is much use for Dolores. It seems like it'd be more use for her son. Either way, we still have it. That's good. That was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. We're no doctors, but we should help Dolores. Her wounds are pretty bad. I would love to help Dolores, but I can't. So we're not gonna. We got scared a little bit today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted? When the map fell down, it revealed some sort of safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but we can probably crack it. Well, we technically have all the time in the world to do it. Should we? Yeah, we should try. That's such a good idea, I hope. See? Great idea, I think. I don't think we got... Did we get a harmonica? Yeah! We're not sure how or why the map just decided to slide off the wall, but we're lucky that it happened. Inside the dusty safe, we found some supplies. Harmonica. Dolores has no colors left on her face. Her injuries need to be fixed ASAP. Sorry, Dolores. There's nothing I can do. I don't want to send you out, because I feel like that might hurt you as well. This is going to be a very quick run-through. Our patience is wearing thin. We thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there is any trouble in the area. As we were about to step out, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness, and their owner started growing in a most terrifying way. Well, we've got nothing, so this could be it. Not a great sound. Oh, Dolores is still kicking! Look at her! In other circumstances, we might have risked battling a beast in the darkness, but for some reason, we felt that was not to our liking, so we screamed and screamed with terror. The creature was probably more afraid of us than we were of it. It left in a hurry. Dolores is still in a whole gosh dang lot of trouble. Well, nothing I can do, Dolores. What's that sound? Oh no, something or someone is below us. It's only reasonable to go out and check it out. How about using that manhole in the corner? Nope, can't do any of that. What is that noise? Aw, Dolores is insane now. Great. Going into a tight, dark tunnel is not a good idea, especially with those weird noises coming from it. They're giving us the creeps, even up here. Dolores' sanity is now questionable. She's not doing too hot. We're really just riding it out at this point. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Well, let's try! Maybe Dolores will get saved! Oh, that doesn't look like she was saved. No, that's not a save, Dolores. We made contact! Aww. The military's out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice is very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait out for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. And Dolores died. That was sad. Alright, so that was the first run of 60 seconds Reatomized. We didn't do too hot. But we gotta see some things. Gotta see some events. Now let's try to do the actual game mode, or the game mode I consider the actual game mode. That is something I'll have to say about this game. These options are a little confusing. I think it's Apocalypse. Yes, it's apocalypse. Oh, you get to kind of pick. That's fun. I'll start with Ted, I think. I 100% don't remember how this works. I don't remember which keys do what. This is great. Alright, let's see how far we can get in the second round of Reatomized. Oh, see, I guess... I didn't really use my time very effectively, but... Oh, these controls are garbage! Oh, these controls are such garbage! Okay. Alright. We want this. Probably should get my wife. I hate this part of the game mode! Okay, I don't need that necessarily, but we got it, I guess. Okay, we're doing super bad. We have, like, no food. We really need food. Oh, grab it, let's go. Oh, this is so freaking hard. I hate this game mode. Okay, grab that fucking food, I swear to God. Ted. Okay. Well, that went away. Can't say if that went well, but it went some way. Oh, I don't want to see. I think we only got like 2 bottles of water. Well, okay, that's better than I thought. And we have a bunch of weapons. It's alright, okay. Alright, so let's see how this run goes. Alright, day 1. Just the 2 of us. There wasn't enough time to get the kids, but surely this is just a drill and they're okay, right? We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyway. Okay, we have a Boy Scout manual. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. Yeah, this is the best stocked shelter we've seen. Yeah, okay. No water for today. We need to prepare an expedition right away to send someone out, because we need more water. Confined spaces are not a very friendly environment. We quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves in a nasty place. You two need to chill with each other. It's only the first day in here. And I'll feed them this time so they don't go insane right away. We could barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope this won't happen again. Alright, you guys can have your stuff, I guess. Let's prepare an expedition. Ha! Guess what? We already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. We've got a bunch of mushrooms growing on one of the walls. They're big enough to be eaten. How about that? Should we prepare a mushroom feast tonight? No! You learned as, like, a kid not to eat random mushrooms. Definitely don't do that. You've got plenty of soup. You're fine. Okay, good. One of them should be able to go out. We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. There's nothing going on with Ted, and Dolores is quite calm. No supplies today. And let's send Teddy Boy out with the gas mask. And hopefully he'll bring some stuff back. We'll have to see. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll come back soon. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Yeah, let's give her some stuff. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much to us as Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down on her hen house. Too bad we don't have a photo of her, or do we? We put some photos into books a while ago after the giant coffee spill incident. Do we have photos of Aunt Ada? It's probably Ada or Ada, but Aunt Ada flows a little bit better. Okay. Bingo! Our scout handbook holds more than a ton of knowledge useful in times of apocalypse. There are some photos stuck in between its pages, along with some crosswords. We are saved. Only a few of them are solved. Dolores is doing quite well. Still no Ted, which makes me a little nervous. A little bit. Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that they all have the same rights to the shelter as we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. Well, we'll try. Just shoot them. I don't know why that wasn't an option. Oh, still no Ted. I'm really worried. A good book is a solution to any problem you encounter. This includes marauding spiders. A few precise hits and suddenly every spider is aware of what the word decimation means. We also found a misplaced soup can while hunting those pesky spiders. That was one bountiful hunt. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. Great. I should probably give her some stuff. We are really low on water. He needs to come back. We felt that we should do something about our interior decoration. The feng shui is really off in our fallout shelter. While we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? There's only one way to find out. Secret door sounds oh god. That's not a good sound. Okay, Dolores looks okay. We figured the best way to be sure nothing and no one jumps us inside the mysterious room was to bash the door open and start firing. When the smoke was gone, we were able to assess our operation. The room was empty, we hit nothing but the walls, and we barely dodged one ricochet gone bad. Great. Sorry, Dolores, we don't have enough food for you right now. Well, we have enough food, we don't have enough water. There isn't quite enough space down here, and we can smell everything. When one of the wall bricks got loose today and revealed a hole, we felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole. It's terrible. Should we investigate? Yeah, probably. It's just a brick. Is that Ted? Oh my god, is Ted back? Oh my god, he's back, and look at all of that water. Ted, you beautiful boy. Oh, did he not bring water? Looks like he brought it. Never mind. Maybe. Oh, this is from... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't bring any water back, I don't think. That's fine. We looked in the hole and fearing something might come at us with its claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. And Ted returned with the gas mask. We've been discussing selling our house and moving someplace else, but in truth, we didn't exactly picture things as they turned out. We missed the old place. It was only natural that we decided to take a look and see if any of it was still standing. The only recognizable furniture in the kids' room were burned desks and Mary Jane's bed. There was a hidden stash under the bed. It was full of soup cans. Hey, that's good. Our kitchen is a pile of rubble. It took us weeks to find those lovely chairs that match the floor tiles, and now they're nowhere to be found. Only a few bottles of water remain scattered in the dirt. That water is great. The Money Swamp, which used to be our toilet, is now home to something that remotely resembles a mutated turtle. After exchanging a few pleasantries, it gave us anti-bug spray and wished us all the best of luck. Well, that's sweet. The last expedition got us thinking. Maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burnt out, but if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, perhaps we could build a vehicle of our own. That's certainly new. You couldn't build a vehicle before, I don't think. We better keep an eye out for those on future expeditions. Ted is obviously tired, and we'll get ready to send Dolores out tomorrow. Yes. After all the days we just spent down here, we're not exactly clean. We smell bad, real bad. Didn't bother us until we noticed it, and now we're about to get sick. So why not take a shower? We don't have soap. We're not going to use any of those as soap. No. It's a bad idea. Just stay smelly. Oh, great. They're sick. Wonderful. You're kidding me. The world has ended. Who cares about showering? We can get used to it. Adapting shouldn't be hard. It'll be like a camping trip. It will... Oh no, that smell is just terrible. Don't puke, don't... Suspicious looking stain covers parts of the page. Oh. And they're both ill. Great. Dolores can still go out though. I'm not... I don't think I want to send her with anything if she's ill. That seems like a bad idea. Sorry, Dolores. Please come back, but I'm not going to send you with any supplies. So there's a chance you might not. But you need to find some, like, medicine really bad. Okay, Ted is sick. We know very little about what's going on outside, and a radio would help us, but we don't have one. So that was a very uneventful day. Hey, it's that ringing again. Let's see. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. No. Okay, Ted, you can have food and water. We have so much food. Ring ring, there we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again. Yeah, we'll send Ted out there, who knows? Weird noise. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors, so cool, that's that one. Ted is still super sick, and he's hungry. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of letting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military, which we can't do. Oh, that's intimidating. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcast that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Ted is still sick, and he's constantly hungry. Oh. We have the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek some magical cup, only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map to determine their whereabouts. We don't have a map, unfortunately. That was a weird noise. Nothing looks different. We couldn't contain our laughter, and our guests took offense. They ran off shouting that our ancestors were rodents and smelled like forest fruits. How rude. Alright, Ted, I know you're not doing well. I'm sorry. We're not big fans of our strange-smelling shelter, but when we started to smell something burning, we quickly realized how much we prefer the nothing is on fire scent it had before. A fire! We need to put it out and save our supplies. We don't have time to save them all. What do we save? We'll save the one thing we do have. More knocking? Weird. Aww. That was close. We were able to put out the fire, and nothing seems to be damaged. At least not very badly. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again, or we might need to call the firemen. Are there any firemen left? Ted is still sick. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered that they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were a sorry sight, and we weren't surprised when they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything we could. We have enough soup. They can have some fucking soup. Maybe they'll give us medicine in response. Oh, did they give us a radio? They did! Well, that's nice. Our visitors were in tears when we gave them what they asked for. We survived the nuclear apocalypse only to be nearly strangled by thankful refugees. Hugs can kill, you know. Luckily for us, they decided to continue their journey to get somewhere safe before the sunset. As they were about to leave, one of them presented us with a portable radio. They would not take no for an answer and soon left, waving goodbye until they disappeared among the rubble. Alright. I think Dolores isn't coming back. The more we know about outside, let's check it out. And I think this is going to be our last day of this playthrough. Just when Dolores comes back, too. Good job, though, Dolores. I'm impressed you made it. We were able to tune in and get rid of just enough static to listen to a very energetic and lively speaker. He seemed well informed and mentioned a few helpful tips that should make it easier for us to survive the next expedition. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. One of our neighbors had a boat of his own. The old-timer wasn't happy to let anyone use it and just kept it in his yard. It's still there, but the neighbor isn't. Finally got a chance to look inside. Found a few soup cans. Soup is great. We love soup. Soup. We window shopped nearby parking lots for a vehicle that wasn't completely burnt out. Unfortunately, we found nothing of value. Maybe future expeditions will be more lucky. Well, unfortunately for these guys, we won't be doing a future expedition because we are going to call this 30-minute look at the game here. So, this is 60 seconds. Reatomized specifically. I didn't see a lot of significant changes to the game. However, I believe I received the Reatomized version completely free, as far as I'm aware. I don't remember paying for it; it's just in my library. So in that regard, this was totally worth it. I like the new menu screen. I think all of this looks really nice. This is all really fun. I like that you can apparently build a car or like a vehicle and you can like drive away. That's interesting. Obviously, we only looked at this game for around 30 minutes, so I can't go into like how many new events there are and new things. But overall, I love 60 Seconds in general, and the Reatomized version is just as fun than the original with more added things. So I, personally, have always thought 60 Seconds was totally worth the money. It's a great game. It's a good game to just be able to pick up and play. You can pick it up one day and play it for a couple of weeks and then forget about it for a year and pick it back up. It's really fun. It's a pretty quick game because it's usually pretty hard to do. And if you like games that are a challenge, it's great. It's got tons and tons of replayability. We barely scratched the surface at all looking into what we saw today. There are so many events. Like, who is this roach cat? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out if we played more. But anyway, this was 60 Seconds, and 60 Seconds Reatomized, and this was our 30-minute look at it. I hope you enjoyed getting to see this game, and if you decide to pick it up, there will be a link in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.